My name is Bimbo Sunday Oyeyemi. I'm an Hollywood actor, a role interpreter to the glory of God. I direct. I'm into filmmaking. I sing too. I'm a prophet of God to the glory of God. That's most important that I must say. Yeah, I'm a father, a husband. Yeah. Oh, I do compare too. Let me put that one so people out there will know that we can handle the events and all that. Um, in a situation such as this, we'll see um, every challenge as experience and a stepping stone to everyone who wants to actually soar higher in any field. You have to take any challenge as experience, as a stepping stone, and a foray, or call it a course to move higher than the level you are. So I would say there is this incident that happened to me, I think 6 years ago. 6 years ago, yeah. And it's so terrible that it cost me another 5 years before I could recover from it. The glory of God, I'm a retired DSS officer. So I left DSS for this work as an actor. I have passion. So that passion actually was a drive for me to leave. Like you're living certainty for uncertainty. Or I saw myself that if I didn't act again, one day I could just, carry weapon and start shooting everybody because acting was all over me. Though, let me say this. I'm a born actor. My father of blessed memory was an actor. Sunday Abolade Oyeyemi. Yeah. So when I started acting, there was this job I went for in Ondo. I was already in Ikorodu then. So because I left Ondo State for Lagos, because that's where it happens. Lagos is the center of all entertainment, except we want to deceive ourselves. And if anybody want to, contest that, you can Google it and see. So I was traveling to Ondo for a job, and I drove down with two of my students. So I got there. The funniest part of it is that the amount I went for was so ridiculous and so ridiculous. I drove down, but I didn't come back home with my car. The only reason why, because Yoruba will say that the reason why I was not so sad and full blown is because God actually gave me a reason to have thanks to be grateful for what happened. I went with two of my students, a guy and a girl. So before we finished that production, the lady took excuse that she wanted to return to Lagos because she's an hairdresser. So she had a customer that was requesting her presence, and it was present. So she had to go. So she left, and she said, "Oh, Guy Joe, I said, no problem. Mary TJ, this girl is still alive to the glory of God. If she was in that accident, she would have died by now. Yes, she would have been a dead person by now." So she left a day before we departed Ondo town, and we're going back to Lagos. We're approaching Ijebu-Ode. We're seeing that flyover of Ijebu-Ode when the car, we lost control and somersaulted multiple times. The student that went with me, Kunle Are, had fracture on his leg. By the time we didn't even balance, by the time we came to consciousness, the first word I heard was Moshiti Atashi, and that was my student. So by the time I gained consciousness, I saw that he already had a terrible fracture. The ankle was just dangling. I could see it. So the car was a write-off. I drove to Ondo. I came back empty-handed. I came back to Lagos without car. And it was like that for a good 5 years. I couldn't balance up. I couldn't, So it was terrible. I went for that production for just 30,000. That claimed my car. So it was terrible. And, the show must continue. So you didn't have to give any excuse. This thing denied me from going home for complete 3 years because I know my people. Where my mother emanated from, where I grew up, Ondo, they will say that Oti Tamato, Oti Mjeon. That's the way they will put it, in a very despising, very in a hypocritical way. There was he has sold his car when he couldn't, actually make it. So I couldn't go home to see my kids, my wife, and it caused a whole lot of things. And I think because of that, the marriage just scattered, and that was just it. So there's nothing we can do. We just have God to thank for. That's why it was a very terrible challenge that I will never forget in the history of theater. So if I have to go for job, then I'll just carry a small bag, package my costume, boots, everything, shoe, and I'll use nose mask, face cap with glass. I did this for a good 5 years. There was no who do you want to be? People, of course, people who knew me would be looking at it that, what was he talking about? A person working with, as a federal agent, well-to-do, what with the former governor that was known everywhere. So what do we do? Nothing. I was just praying to God, but I know that the thing is, I can go back. Will I go back to DSS? I said I want to come back again. But we thank God now. Here we are. We are here. We are on a similar project in there. So to the glory of God, it was a terrible experience. That if they call me anytime for whatever challenge I have seen in this work, and I would say that's the worst of all. If I'm not an actor, of course, I will always be a federal agent. I will always be a forceman, because I love my job. I love my job. But one thing is that whatever that has been predestined or orchestrated by God, you can't do away with it. I would have just remained, my Secret Service job is, you know what DSS mean? It's the most regimented organization in Nigeria, as far as Nigeria is concerned. I would have just been there. If you see this guy, I'm a marksman. My colleagues out there seeing and watching this week, I can attest to it. So I know the job. So I wouldn't have even done any other thing. I've been by my cornisha because I sing too. My father, blessed memory, was an actor. He was a musician. So I think I got everything from my father. I inherited. So I think anything I'm doing, by gift, talents, are hereditary. Yeah, the thing is, there are two things involved: passion and interest. They are different two things. You might have interest, and when your interest is not working, you fade away. You just go out. But when you have passion is like living certainty for uncertainty. Passion is like a woman in a labor room that will say, mi ò tún ṣe mọ́, bàbá lágbájá mi ò bímọ mọ́, I'm not going to. It's a lie. In the next 6 months, you'll see her again, receiving the serious knocking. And before you know, another pregnancy comes. So that's passion. A woman must have children. And when they're having the difficult time, they will say, no, this is the last one. It's a lie. You see them again another 2 years in labor room. So it's like that. If you're coming into the industry, if you don't have passion, if you're coming because you see that there's one guy called Digboluja that is handsome, you want to come and you will come there, you want to act like, at the end of the day, you won't be able to act like him. But when you have the passion will tell you that whatever you see there, you must remain there. The passion is what takes you to that greater height that you want to get to. Because you see difficulties. Okay, I'm supposed to have backed out. I look at it, okay, I'm a graduate of criminology and social work. I did mass comm in Ibadan Police, so I can easily say that, okay, when the accident happened, let me go back to maybe a radio station and all that. You get it. I can go to civil defense. I will be a hot cake. A retired DSS officer coming to civil defense, coming to police. They will see. I'm not dismissed though. Retired. I resigned. I carry my badge everywhere I go. It's still with me, to the glory of God. So now you are coming into acting. Have passion. Don't have interest. Interest can fade away. Passion will never fade away. When you are dying, you will still come back. When you are on sick bed, you will feel like being on set. And that is it. So if you come in, it's not going to be rosy immediately. You can hear my story. You get it. So, and that one is based on your passion, not interest. If you're coming, you want to come and fuck, you will fuck. They will fuck glory out of you. If you come in, you want to come and slay, you will slay. You won't see anything. But you come in to come and make name, to pave way for yourself, to make waves, then you will see it. And that is it. We have experience. We have fathers, we have mothers in this industry, and they are still there. If they should tell you their experience, This one is just, it's one out of what they have seen.